How people built wealth without financial advisors. The untold story. For decades, we've been told one lie: that you can't build wealth without a financial advisor. That you're not smart enough, not disciplined enough, not ready to take control of your own money. But what if I told you the greatest fortunes in history weren't built by advisors at all? Take Ronald Reed, a janitor and gas station attendant. No Ivy League degree, no high-priced advisor, just discipline, patience, and a belief in himself. When he died, the world discovered his secret. He had built a fortune of over $8 million on his own. Or think about Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive. His advice? Don't waste your money on expensive managers. Put it in simple, low-cost investments and let compounding do the work. The untold story is this: the gatekeepers of wealth don't want you to know how simple the path can be. They profit from your fear, your doubts, and your dependence. But in 2025, you don't need them. The tools, the knowledge, the power, they're already in your hands. This video is about how real people built wealth without financial advisors, and how you can too. The financial industry has spent decades convincing ordinary people that money is too complicated for them to handle. That only advisors, wearing expensive suits, speaking in confusing jargon, sitting in glass towers, can safely manage wealth. It's not an accident. It's a strategy. The truth is simple. Advisors make money whether you win or lose. They charge fees every single year. 1%, sometimes even 2% of your portfolio. It sounds small, but over decades, those small fees can eat away hundreds of thousands, even millions from your future. Imagine this: you invest $100,000. Over 30 years, with average returns, it could grow to $574,000. But if you pay just a 1% fee, your ending balance could shrink by nearly $150,000. That money doesn't disappear. It goes into someone else's pocket. That's why the system is designed to make you feel dependent. If you believe you can't do it yourself, you'll keep paying. And that dependency is what keeps the industry alive, not your success. But here's the twist. In 2025, everything has changed. Technology, AI tools, and online platforms have made investing simpler and more transparent than ever before. The lie that you need an advisor to survive financially is crumbling. The only question is, will you still cling to it, or will you break free? The proof is everywhere. Ordinary people who refused to hand control of their money to advisors and instead trusted themselves. Take Ronald Reed, a janitor and gas station attendant from Vermont. He never earned more than a modest wage, never hired a financial advisor, and never had a fancy lifestyle. But he did something extraordinary. He consistently bought dividend-paying stocks and held them for decades. When he died in 2014, the world was shocked to learn that he had quietly built a fortune worth $8 million. No advisor. No tricks, just discipline and patience. Or think about Ann Scheiber, a former IRS auditor. She invested her modest savings into blue-chip companies and reinvested dividends. By the time she passed away, she had turned $5,000 into more than $22 million. She didn't rely on a financial advisor. She relied on herself. Even the legends prove the point. Warren Buffett, often called the greatest investor alive, has repeatedly told people not to waste money on expensive managers. His advice is shockingly simple: buy low-cost index funds and let compounding work its magic. And in today's world, with apps like Robinhood, Fidelity, and AI-driven robo-advisors, the opportunity is even greater. Ordinary people now have more information in their pockets than entire Wall Street firms had 30 years ago. These stories reveal the untold truth. You don't need a financial advisor to build wealth. What you need is consistency, patience, and the courage to trust yourself. Decades ago, maybe it made sense to hire a financial advisor. They had access to data, reports, and market information that ordinary people could never touch. But in 2025, that advantage is gone. The tools in your pocket are more powerful than the tools Wall Street used 20 years ago. With apps like Yahoo Finance, TradingView, and Seeking Alpha, you can track markets, analyze companies, and study trends instantly, for free. Platforms like CoinMarketCap let you follow crypto 24/7. AI-powered tools can scan thousands of stocks, flag patterns, and generate insights faster than any human advisor could. Robo-advisors like Betterment or Wealthfront build personalized portfolios with algorithms based on data, not sales commissions. Commission-free platforms like Robinhood, Fidelity, and TD Ameritrade let you invest instantly without losing a cut to middlemen. And online communities, Reddit, Twitter, Discord, connect millions of investors who share strategies and expose scams. Here's the reality. The game has shifted. Advisors used to be the gatekeepers of knowledge. Today, knowledge is democratized. You don't need to pay someone thousands of dollars a year when every insight they claim to have is already available in your hands. Often faster, often cheaper, and often better. In fact, the average person in 2025 has the ability to be smarter, quicker, and more agile than the very advisors who once held all the cards. Here's the part financial advisors never put in the brochure. Their job isn't to make you rich. It's to make themselves rich, off your money. Most advisors charge what sounds like a small fee, just 1% of your portfolio every year. But let's do the math. If you invest $100,000 and let it grow over 30 years at an average return of 8%, you'd end up with about $1 million. But with a 1% advisor fee, your ending balance drops by nearly $250,000. That's a quarter of your wealth gone, not because of bad investments, but because of fees. And it gets worse. Many advisors push products that earn them commissions, annuities, high-fee mutual funds, complex insurance plans. They profit every time you buy, sell, or hold. You take the risk. They take the reward. This is the hidden cost of trusting the experts. They don't need to outperform the market. They don't need to protect your future. They just need you to keep believing you can't do it without them. Meanwhile, you lose the most valuable asset of all, time. Every dollar you pay in fees is a dollar that could have been compounding for you. Over decades, that difference isn't pocket change. It's the difference between retiring comfortably or struggling to catch up. This is why the wealth gap widens. Not because ordinary people can't invest, but because too many hand over control and pay the price for it. So if financial advisors aren't the answer, what is? The truth is simpler than you think. Building wealth has never been about chasing the hottest stock tip or hiring the most expensive manager. It's about following timeless principles you can apply yourself. Start with low-cost index funds. Warren Buffett himself has said most people would be better off putting their money in a simple S&P 500 index fund. It's diversified, it grows with the economy, and it avoids the endless fees that eat away at your returns. Second, focus on consistency over complexity. The janitor who built $8 million didn't do it with complex strategies. He bought quality stocks, reinvested dividends, and let compounding do the heavy lifting. Third, use the tools of 2025. From AI-powered insights to commission-free trading apps, you have everything you need to invest smarter, faster, and cheaper than ever before. No middleman required. Finally, embrace discipline and patience. The biggest enemy of wealth isn't lack of knowledge, it's fear and impatience. Advisors exploit that fear to keep you paying. But if you can master your emotions, stay the course, and trust the process, you can achieve financial independence on your own. The real secret isn't hidden in Wall Street offices. It's already in your hands. You don't need a financial advisor to build wealth. You need clarity, consistency, and the courage to believe you can. Every generation is told the same lie, that wealth belongs only to the experts, the advisors, the gatekeepers in expensive suits. And every generation, a few brave souls prove that lie wrong. Ronald Read didn't have a financial advisor. Ann Scheiber didn't rely on Wall Street managers. Warren Buffett himself tells people not to waste money on fees. The untold story is clear. The path to wealth is not locked behind an advisor's desk. It's open to anyone willing to learn, to act, and to stay patient. The question is no longer, can you do it without an advisor? The real question is, will you choose to? Because in 2025, the tools, the platforms, the opportunities, they're already in your hands. The only thing standing between you and financial freedom is the belief that you can't. So stop giving away your future. Take control of it. Start today. If you're ready to claim your own story of wealth and independence, hit that subscribe button, share this video, and join me. Because the age of advisors is ending, and the age of self-made investors has just begun.